on writing you think you're on. Somebody let me know. Everybody in the place put a whistle in your face. Scream it out and say, yo, hey. You don't stop, or rock the rhythm that makes your finger pop. I said a hip hop, and thanks a lot. Come on, everybody, give me what you got. I'm gonna tell you a little story about the Sugar Hill Gang with the pow pow boogie and a big bang bang.
They call themselves writers because that's what they do. They write their names, among other things, everywhere. Names they've been given or have chosen for themselves. Most of all, they write in and on subway trains, which carry their names from one end of the city to the other. It's called bombing. And it has equally assertive counterparts in rap music and breakdancing. Graffiti writing in New York is a vocation. Its traditions are handed down from one youthful generation to the next. To some, it's art.
Now, your first outline is needed. Always needed. This way you know what you're filling in. No matter how good you are, you can't just go in and just start filling in the air. You gotta have your first outline. Once your first outline is done, then your filling. That takes away your first outline, meaning you don't need your first no more because now you got your filling. From your filling, you put your colors and then your 3D. And if you want background, you put your cloud or whatever. How's this, nigga? I'm throwing a few connections here. I want to make it look like yours. What do you think? I'll make a few bits. All right. Huh? Bits. I don't know, little doodads here and there. Yeah, now it's shaping up. I have about 100 outlines, but I'm shaping up.
1970. The idea of getting your name up, not just in your neighborhood, but everywhere, was invented by a kid named Taki, who lived on 183rd Street in Washington Heights. Taki 183. As soon as everybody understood that it was a name, they realized that Taki was famous.
Anything that comes in your imagination adds on to your own individual style.
The funk is here, so you can move. We want to make your body move. Pump me up. Like a little jelly bean, I'm a sweet like a candy cane to make you get down. This is #1 stain on the train, just moving like a stage jaw, just breaking up, yeah. Stage jaw, like a roller coaster ride, like it make you bump. Just grooving with the rhythm as you shake your rump. You got the rock, you don't stop. Now baby, yo, you got it now, rock it, you don't stop. Just hip hop today, they'll Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Scooby-Doo, what you wanna do, crew? Just freak out, yeah, baby. Just freak up, yeah, baby. Drink it up, yeah, I don't mind, dear. I can rock you out this atmosphere like a gangster prankster. #1 bank's got much cash to make you think you rock on until the break it on, break it on. Keep it on, I know ZZ that can rock quick.
The layering process. In order to create a graffiti masterpiece, we're going to use the layering process. And right here I'm doing what's called the outline. Now I'm going based on a predetermined outline. And here I'm filling in the outline. So this is called the fill-in. And this is just a meticulous process in which you fill in the letters, most often going left to right, left to right, left to right, similar to a coloring book. But you can go up, down, up, down. It's just important to remain consistent. Now after the outline, you add what's called the 3D. In this case, the 3D is going left to right. Now the 3D could also go right to left, up, down, towards the center, whatever you want. Now I'm adding details within the fill-in. So I'm adding bubbles in this case, but it could be any shape or whatever you would like. And I'm adding more detail to create depth. Also, you can see here I'm doing that within the 3D. Just adding more colors to create depth within the piece. You always go back and correct your mistakes. Now in this part I'm adding what I call a splash. It's a traditional looking splash, but it could also be circles, squares, any kind of shapes you'd like, fades or whatever. Now I'm going back and I'm doing the final outline. I'm also adding details within the 3D, and basically I'm chiseling out the letter forms so that you can actually read what I've written here. Keep in mind, everything can be corrected afterwards because spray paint covers over itself. So in this case, I'm just going around so we can read and distinctly tell which letter is which with that outline. It is black in this case, but it could be any color you'd like. Now I'm just doing corrections. And right here I'm doing what's called a force field. It's essentially an outline around the entire piece, but not around each letter, just around the piece as a whole. And right here I'm just doing a little embellishment because this was done for a particular project and they wanted me to write the words I'm writing here. And there you have a piece.